check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Check, 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 1, 2.
Mic check. Monday, Tuesday. It is go time. Go time.
Which one is the which one's the indicator, Monday or Tuesday?
I don't know.
You're changing the play.
It depends what I've called.
You changing the, okay.
It depends what we've called.
Okay, it depends on what direction you're going. Okay.
It could be Thursday.
Check, 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 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You good to go? All right. I guess we're good to go on that.
Clash of the Titans. Let's get this thing rolling.
Hey, Joe Pequeno, you got your ears on down there?
Fellas, how are you?
Okay, good. We're live, Joe. Just FYI, we're live. Just give us a real quick 10-9-8.
10-9-8-7-6-5-4-3-2-1. Joe Pequeno right here at the Footprint Center. Western Conference Finals. Rattlers, Naz, fans, caffeine, energy, love, spirits, good times for all.
That works, buddy.
Let's go, JP.
Thanks, buddy. Okay. All right, looking good. Looking good. Are we looking good? You good to go? All right, guys. Here we go.
As your Arizona Rattlers welcome Michelle Moyer to perform our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly lies last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets gave off the
Let's hear it one more time for Michelle Moyer.
His Rattlers squad had in mind when they started this season. They spent most of it at the top of the Western Conference standings. They relinquished that for a time.
Are both winning at home, but these two teams are prepared, and this will be a knockdown, drag them out.
Yeah, and you know, we do welcome you in here, everybody, tonight, where we're just moments away from kickoff. I had a chance to speak with head coach Kevin Guy, as I always do before the games, test his temperature, see where he's at right now. He's ready to go. The team is ready to go. They're intense. And here's that conversation with Coach Guy just a few moments ago. Coach Guy, welcome to the Western Conference Championship game. How does it feel?
Well, we're ready. We had a good week of practice. Guys are dialed in. I like their energy. We're ready to go.
This is a game that features the two best defenses in the IFL this season. Is it fair to say that the defense that dials it up best is probably the team that's going to win this game?
Well, we had the number one ranked scoring offense. So, you know, I like both sides of my ball, my guys on my team. So, we'll be ready. I mean, they're a good football team. They're well coached. They got great athletes. It should be a hell of a game tonight.
Coach, this is the first game that you've been able to start the same personnel in back-to-back weeks this whole season. Does that say something about the health and just where you are at here at this point of the year?
Yeah, I mean, we're healthy, that's for sure. Some of that was by design, you know, to get some other guys some reps. Some of that was because of injuries, but this is the first time this year that we've dressed the same lineup 2 weeks in a row. And, but they've had a great week of practice, and they're ready to go.
All right, I asked you about defense. One more question. Special teams. How much of an impact do you think that's going to have today?
Huge. Both coaching staffs, I see them going for some onside kicks, some big returns. Kickoff coverage is going to be important, and obviously extra point field goals. So you got to be special tonight on special teams.
Good luck, Coach.
Thanks.
Yeah, Kevin Guy is the head coach. We're just a moment away from kickoff now, everybody, as we bring it to you live from downtown Phoenix. The Snake Pit, the Footprint Center, is the official name of this arena that hosts great teams like the Phoenix Mercury and the Phoenix Suns, and so much more. Right now, tonight, the home of the Arizona Rattlers. Well said, are you ready to go?
Yeah, I've been fumbled by either quarterback, and either of those games ended up costing them big. They will have to take care of the ball, play clean in order to win this game. That goes for both these teams.
Well, you say that one fumble was the difference and could have been the difference in both those games. Certainly at Northern Arizona, a loss for the Rattlers will also, in all likelihood, bringing it out. Watkins tackled at the 8.5-yard line. That is where Caleb Barker, the rookie quarterback for the Wranglers, who's had a terrific year, though that
Last couple games, he's really a dynamic kid, and
Game for the 9th time in the last 11 years, and they're talking about bringing the physicality. Drew Powell said, we're going to make it that way. Offensive lineman Lamar Mady says, we got to smack them in the mouth from the very beginning. Dylan Winfrey in the safety, the star safety for the Rattlers, said, we have to get it after Caleb Barker early and often.
saw a good push right there. Speaking of that point, and he attacks it. He trusts his eyes, and he goes and makes the play. That's a great job, stepping in front Gibbons Jr. there on the out route. And this kid is on fire. Kyrie Woods, 11 interceptions on the season, 4 in one game. Just a rookie. Local product out of Chandler High School. Outstanding player.
He was our player of the game in the opening playoff victory last week for the Rattlers. And here's a pass that is thrown in a perfect spot for the receiver. Isaiah Houston makes the catch. Isaiah is inside the 2-yard line, maybe the 1, and a beautiful route, an even better throw to find him between 2 defenders, and that's a 1st and goal.
It's a cover 2 hole shot, right? You got the down corner outside who comes up, doesn't get hands on the receiver, and you see how quick.
Not quite get there, wrapped up nicely, and defensively, that's Uric Jones that was there to help wrap him up.
Just kept working down the line. And listen, you have to give Drew a lot of credit here because Drew wanted to stick that ball out. And that has gotten him in trouble on different occasions. He does the best thing he could do there. Understand it was 1st down. Do not reach that ball out. It's a great job here. You see the quick fake.
And good. It splits the uprights for Ernesto Lacayo. And our score is 7-0. The Arizona Rattlers strike first in this Western Conference Championship game with just under 10 minutes remaining first quarter. We'll grab this break. Back with a kickoff in a moment. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
We're your neighbors. You should stop by for a visit. We're Casino Arizona. There's nothing like seeing friends again. We're your Casino Arizona.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Ready for a change of course? Discover a desert oasis studded with greens. Tee off into narrow canyons or go long on wide open fairways. With a storied golf history and a long list of courses designed by the greats of the game, your perfect golf getaway is right here in Tucson, Arizona. Find out more at visittucson.org/golf.
The Arizona Rattlers get on the board first tonight in the 2022 Western Conference Championship game of the Indoor Football League. Welcome back in, everybody. Floyd Simmons along with Cedric Bonner. And the Rattlers will give the ball to the Wranglers for their second offensive possession. The first one ended in a Kyrie Woods interception. And then, of course, the Rattlers turn that into points. Well, you want to get stops. You can get stops. You love to get stops. Well, that ball went through the upright. Said you're asking for points there, but it doesn't matter, Doug. We don't do that.
Oh, last minute.
Yeah.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
Get ahead, but it does. Since it went through the uprights, that's going to put the ball at the 20-yard line for the Northern Arizona Wranglers. So the
sitting down, good delivery, good protection up front. And I tell you what, Rod Windsor has not gotten enough credit as a play caller, you know, with all the injuries they've had, you know, losing one of the better backs in the league, Israel Tucker, who's a matchup problem. You know, they've got to go empty quite a bit of the time. And ghost personnel, 4 wides.
handoff on the jet sweep. And that's going to come out to the near side. Jeremy Neal carrying the ball. He's got the first down on a 4-yard pickup. Ball at the 17-yard line for Northern Arizona. 8:46 on the clock here in the first quarter. Northern Arizona trying to get their first points on the board today. the rubber match between these two teams. Northern Arizona won the first time they played. That was in Prescott Valley. And then Arizona returned the favor here at the Footprint Center. That pass caught on a beautiful job, leaving his feet and bringing it down for the touchdown. Jaquil Bowman. And you know that he is going to be a target all day, a favorite target of Caleb Barker, and he finds him for the touchdown.
This is second read. He wanted the motion man.
Ties the football game.
That's a great job. He got off his first read and immediately got back outside to that throw. Felt like he had a good matchup out there. You got one of your best receivers going up against a physical type corner who's not a typical safety.
He's asking himself
how tough it is to get in the end zone down here. There's not a lot of room to throw the ball. You've got one of the most dynamic rushers of the football in the history of this league in Drew Powell. Defense is going to key.
In motion on the left side. Stretch run for Arizona. Third down and goal. Second quarter. Arizona 20.
Programming to help you achieve your movement goals in life and on the field. Our team is your team. Visit SpoonerPT.com to find one of our valley-wide locations near you.
Some dealers.
Northern Arizona with another great return. This one will cross the Arizona 10 to the 8-yard line. Brought back beautifully. And Meek Watkins showing you what he can do. This time it's almost as if he was looking for Ernesto Lacayo and saying, I'm going to avoid the kicker on this return. And how about that beautiful job of taking it out? They'll mark it at the 10-yard line.
Well, Ernesto helped him avoid him on that play. Didn't wrap up, just took a swipe at the ball on that one. You see him right in the middle. He comes in and swipes at it. Wasn't able to make the tackle. That's a good hustle job by Day-Day Devontae Merriweather to get back and make the play.
And forth. And if it were to play out that way the rest of the half, well, that creates the big advantage coming out for the second half, doesn't it, Sed, for Arizona? Because the Rattlers will have it for the first possession of the second half.
It does. You've stolen. That's why you always want to get a takeaway, steal a possession. The worrisome thing is, can the Rattlers continue to execute? You know, they were 75% on fourth down, so they're first in the league on third down conversions. But can they continue to sustain that? And that's what Rob Keefe is betting on with his team. Can they continue to put themselves deep in possessions and still convert and still get points? And if you're the Rattlers, you've got to stay locked in and just keep doing what you do.
You know, I think that team down there, Northern Arizona, deserves a lot of credit as well for maintaining some terrific composure in the face of this incredible crowd that Arizona has. I mean, Rattler Nation out in force today, and they are letting the Wranglers know about it, making a ton of noise, and yet Caleb Barker stays cool. Those defenders on that team is a reason why the Wranglers were, for much of the year, the top defense and hardest to score against. Well, the Rattlers picked that up with last week's, boy, what a big hit on special teams right there. Jamal Miles goes down at the 20-yard line. But last week, holding the Duke City Gladiators to 14 points, the Arizona Rattlers actually come into this game with the top scoring defense, meaning the toughest defense to score against. 0.2 of a point better than Northern Arizona, but two great defenses.
Right, let's just say they're both good. They're both really good, right? And right now they're acting like they don't know how to play defense. Give up a lot of easy scores, but listen, Arizona plays a lot of man-to-man coverage, right? And you know that coming in, they're gonna play some man. Now, you might pick on a guy, get a few throws, but they're gonna steal one at some point. Conversely, Rob Keefe, his design is a more bend but don't break. Bend, force you into some trouble, make you run plays. The more plays you run, you're more apt to make a mistake.
And they try to set a screen up on the near side to Jamal Miles. Brandon Smith was trying to get him a block, but just again, good pursuit on defense by the Wranglers, and they'll stop Jamal in his tracks with the football. No gain on the play. Back to the 20-yard line. I want to mention to our viewing audience, those who have stayed with us and those who are returning to the broadcast right now on the IFL's YouTube channel. Look, we've been dealing with this storm here in the Phoenix area. It looks like the storm is subsiding now, and the network provider, as we watch the Rattlers connect for a touchdown. And Braxton Haley hauls it in. He got behind the defender, and Drew Powell laid it right into his waiting hands for the score.
It's a great throw, and listen, the guts it takes to continue to run full speed. You know what's waiting for you back there. You know what's back there, and it is undefeated, every player will tell you. But give Braxton Haley a ton of credit, man. He just kept going and finished it, and that's how you do it. It's a great throw. You catch their best cover man staring in the backfield for a second too long. Trey Meadows gets beat over the top.
Haley hauls it in, touchdown on the board, and Ernesto Lacayo remains perfect today as he tacks it on to make it 28-21. Arizona in front of Northern Arizona, the Western Conference Championship game. Thanks for returning with us on the broadcast, everybody. It appears that the broadcast is getting better. Our bandwidth getting better to provide you this broadcast, this live stream on the internet. The storm subsiding somewhat outside. Things are getting better. Thanks for being here. We'll take this time out. It's Arizona Rattlers football.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Some dealerships are in your ear the second you walk through the door. But at Ken Garff Kia, we prefer to let our customers do the talking. That's why our motto is, we hear you. Because great vehicle selection, fair prices, and reliable service all start with one thing: listening. So if you're ready for a better dealership experience, come to Ken Garff Kia. Stop by today for great offers on our new vehicle lineup. Ken Garff Kia, we hear you.
So again, I mentioned that we believe that the network issues that have been plaguing us throughout this game have been resolved. I want to extend a thank you to the Phoenix Suns. It is their team that runs the arena, led by a friend of ours. His name is Carl, and Carl and his team have been working diligently to get things done, but it was really out of their hands because we have this big storm that blowing through. Thank you, Greg. Big storm blowing through here in the Phoenix area, and hopefully now it's done its worst. And we're back at it, everybody. 28-21, the Arizona Rattlers in front of the second-seeded Northern Arizona Wranglers. There's a high kick, fielded inside the 5, and after the initial contact, tackle is made at the 18-yard line, and the helmet.
Jacoby Taylor.
Is that Jacoby? He comes flying off, and in the process, I think he got a little bit dinged up. Jacoby is going to stay out there on that defense after getting in on the play on special teams.
He's been out the last couple series. I believe they put him in for Devin. I'm not sure if there's something going on with Devin, but he's come in to play the field corner spot.
And there he is at the bottom. Well, you can't see him on your screen, but he's just to the bottom there as he gets set to cover. He is fronting what has been a favorite target. Look at the dump out pass by Barker. And his receiver will take it upfield. That's Ulyss Gillard. And Ulyss takes it to the 15-yard line. That's a gain of about 18 on the play.
This is just a playmaker making a play here. As you get a look at the Noble Home Loans replay, he gets outside and Gillard does a nice job of being Johnny on the spot for him. Goes with his quarterback, knows he's in trouble. Good throw and catch. Picks up a first down. Busted play to first down. Always good.
At the Arizona 15-yard line. Barker wants to run. He was planning that from the start. And he picks up 3 yards. Mark him at the 12-yard line of Arizona.
That's a keep them honest play. They know they can get what they want when they catch Arizona or put them in these man coverage situations by design with formation.
Well, you mentioned the change on defense. Jacoby Taylor coming out, and he lines up defensively on Ramad Jakio Bowman. You've got to watch that matchup, that combination. Barker to the end zone, and it's incomplete. It's just off the fingertips of Jeremy Neal. Neal has himself a touchdown already today.
I really love this combination. It's just a slant with a corner right behind it. The reason it's so good is because it gives a young quarterback a quick indication of what the field corner is doing. Is he sitting back to help? Is he covering my slant? That time he jumps a slant. The corner route was open. He's a little late, so he overthrows it. But well designed. Good job by Rod Windsor to get his young quarterback in great position to make plays.
5 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the first half. Barker goes down. And that's Robert Landers, able to get to him from that defensive line. And the Rattlers with the quarterback sack. It's a loss on the play of 6 yards. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Fourth down, will we see Craig Peterson. The kicker is coming on. As you take another look at it, Landers able to get to the quarterback.
This could be huge here. Now you've got to just, number one, be disciplined. It's fourth and a mile. Be disciplined. Don't run into the kicker. Don't do anything silly. You got to put pressure, but you got to be in control of how you're getting there. They already bumped him early on a kick. You got to be disciplined.
35-yard attempt. The hold. Barker puts it down. A lot of leg to it, and it's good. 3 points tacked on. And that is qualified in Kevin Guy's system. That's qualified as a stop. That's exactly how if he can hold his opponent to a field goal, he'll take that. And he gets that stop out of his defense. So
now you're going to see,
in the way he quantifies it, 2 stops today so far for his defense.
Absolutely, but now you're going to see possible onside kick here by the Wranglers. Put a little pressure. It's been tough sledding for them, for Arizona in the red zone. They've had to get all the way deep, get all the way down in the fourth down at one point. Third down, another score. So it's been tougher for them. You're going to see onside kicks here. If not this possession, it will be the next possession. But I feel it's right here coming.
Take a look at the bracket there, everybody. The IFL playoffs, it will culminate on August 13th in Las Vegas with the IFL's championship game. That's at the Dollar Loan Center. The Northern Arizona Wranglers here in town tonight, the 2 seed in the Western Conference against the top seed Arizona Rattlers. And that's the game you're watching today. Yesterday, a 48-41 victory for Quad City, the Quad Cities team over Frisco. And Seth, I don't know how much of that game you got a chance to see. I imagine you watched it most, if not all of that game. How about this? Frisco had a 41-26 lead with 25 minutes remaining in the game. There's that onside kick we talk about, and it is covered up by the Rattlers, so they are going to have the football.
Well, what you're trying to do here, and I'll let you get back to your point, but you're trying to just assure yourself another possession.
Rule in the field is a legal onside kick recovery. First down, Arizona.
You're trying to give yourself a chance for another possession, right? You don't want to kick it off deep and have Arizona go on a long 4-minute drive and run the clock out, and then they get the ball back coming out, right? So ideally, Arizona would want to get it and roll the clock out and score.
Yep.
Not let Naz touch it again.
And now the Rattlers have it at the 9-yard line, 1st and goal. But back to just mention that game yesterday, the Eastern Conference Championship game. Frisco had a 41-26 lead with about 25 minutes remaining in the game. Never scored again. Quad City scored 3 times to win the game, 48-41. And Drew Powell is sacked. He tried to escape, couldn't get away from Darren Hungerford, and just a great job coming right up the middle by the linebacker. And he brings down Drew with a big loss. 2nd down and goal now. The ball out to about the 18-yard line.
He plays with tremendous speed and effort, and you see the great ability to wrap up and tackle when you get there. And you know you're hot if you're Drew. You got to get that ball out of your hand. You only have 3 to block 4. You've got to be ready to make a move with it quick.
Under 3 minutes now remaining in the half. Both teams with all their timeouts remaining. Powell now plenty of time to throw. And he will complete it inside the 5-yard line. A marker down near where the catch was made. And if it stands, it's at about the 2-yard line. Incomplete, they say.
That was not a juggle. That's a catch.
Did not maintain possession of the football. It's an incomplete pass.
That is not the right call. This is a catch.
Are they saying it came off the wall?
No, they said he didn't have the ball.
Pass. Holding. Defense number 1. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic 1st down.
You heard what he said. That's a credit union. 1st down.
See,
well,
the official saw the juggle at the top of the throw. That's what he saw, right? And if there wasn't holding by the defense, Kevin Guy would absolutely review this. But at the top of the catch, there's a bobble, and that's what he saw. But he regained it as he's going down in the stands.
Well, there's Isaiah Houston. He was the guy, and it's not going to stand. Here's the cutback by Shannon Brooks. Escapes one tackler and fights his way to the 1-yard line. Well, the Rattlers on 1st down, having moved back outside the 5-yard line since the catch wasn't made, they decide they're going to send it right back up on the doorstep. And that was just a phenomenal run by Shannon Brooks.
Great cut. Had Billy Atkins out in space. But Brooks planting his foot, plants his outside leg and cuts upfield and gets downhill. Look at the big offensive lineman, Brandon Smith, staying on his block all the way downfield. Finishing plays.
1:45, that's what remains here in the 1st half. The Rattlers will line up with Shannon Brooks directly behind the quarterback. And I believe that there's a broken play, doesn't matter. Drew Powell knew what he was doing. Well, maybe he didn't. I think he was saying, that was my fault. I went the wrong way.
He went the wrong way.
Still turned it into points. That's a Drew Powell and Arizona Rattlers touchdown. Somebody went the wrong way.
Well, when you see him doing like patting his chest.
Now Drew owned it. And you know what? He found a seam, even though I guess he was supposed to go the opposite direction. Shannon Brooks knew where he was going. And Drew knifed in there for the touchdown. And
so we've reached a 1-minute warning. We'll stay here for the extra point. Arizona will have its try for point right now.
That's exactly what I was going to say. A minute remaining on the clock. The 1-minute warning will do that just as soon as Arizona gives their try. A 10-point lead now. So a pair of stops for the Rattler defense today. How large are those looming at the moment?
They can even be bigger if Arizona could get a stop right here. Don't give up any more points and get the ball back.
Lacayo's point is good. 35-24, Arizona. We're back in a moment, everybody, to
This is the 1 minute
close out this first half here. Arizona Rattlers football. Stand by, football fans.
The pulse, the beat, the vibe. You have a place to turn it on. Talking Stick Resort.
Ready for a change of course? Discover a desert oasis studded with greens. Tee off into narrow canyons or go long on wide open fairways. With a storied golf history and a long list of courses designed by the greats of the game, your perfect golf getaway is right here in Tucson, Arizona. Find out more at visittucson.org/golf.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
Exactly 1 minute remains in this first half. The 2022 IFL's Western Conference Championship game, and the Arizona Rattlers trying to get to that championship game in Las Vegas, scheduled for August 13th. And if they can win that game, of course, after first getting past this adversary in front of them, this outstanding Northern Arizona team, if they can win a championship this year, it would be their 7th all-time world championship. Onside kick attempt, and that one is going to be loose. The Rattlers have made the recovery. To perfection, they execute it. You know that Northern Arizona was expecting it, but it took the right bounce right off the top of one of those coverage then up front for Northern Arizona, and Jamal Miles ends up on top of it.
The kick was touched by the receiving team and recovered by the kicking team.
Trey Meadows can't handle
Arizona.
Trey Meadows unable to handle the ball. And you knew it was coming. Arizona, again, wanted to get another opportunity for another possession. So even if they didn't get it, this onside, they felt like they would be able to stop Naz or get another possession out of his half.
I felt like you were prognosticating this a moment ago.
I'm telling you,
kind of put it together.
These two teams, coaching staffs, I should say, went way back and onside after onside, stealing extra possessions. So no surprise.
So almost a full minute remaining for Drew Powell and his team, and he swings it out to the right side. Jamal Miles, here's a little reward for maybe the recovery a moment ago. Jamal picks up 12 yards. He is right at midfield or just a bit past. Hey, let's throw it down to Joe for a quick second.
Thank you very much, Floyd. Here with Robert Landers. Robert, talk about the defense coming up big. Kyrie with the pick to start the game, and then you coming up with a key sack on third down.
Those are two big key plays that were great momentum changers, but we're not playing up to our standards right now. We still got a lot more work to do. We know they're a good opponent, but right now we're not clicking on all cylinders. So that's more of a us thing, and we got to hold each other accountable and hold ourselves more accountable to come out and play better the second half.
You play big games at Ohio State. Talk about Rattler Nation in big games right now at this moment.
Hey, man, football is something I enjoy doing. The Rattlers is one of those places that it gives an Ohio State feel, an Ohio State environment. The expectations are high. The history is here. It's phenomenal. The fans are great. Best damn fans in all of indoor football. So, I can't be mad at that. I wouldn't actually be at a better place.
Robert Landers unplugged, and the defense bringing it, guys.
He made reference to the BDFs right there.
And he also didn't say, so Joe didn't say the Ohio State. He just said at Ohio State.
Well,
people take offense.
Certainly do. Hey, look at the catch. Oh, my goodness. Coming to his knees, reaching up, pulling it in. That makes my back hurt just thinking about it. I need a chiropractor right now. Braxton Haley hauling it in. A gain of 7 on the play.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense, number 52. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
Yeah, there's no reason to even go at him right there. Braxton's playing on a different level right now. So much more mature. See, the helmet to helmet is what caused that. As you get a look at that Nova Homes replay, watch the helmet from 52 go right into Drew Powell's helmet. And even though it's a little thing, it's still a helmet pop.
By rule, the clock will start on the snap due to the foul by the defense.
So that does stop it with 16 seconds remaining here in the first half. And Arizona knocking on the door. The Rattlers could take an 18-point with a touchdown point after 18-point halftime lead. They are a mini version of what they did last week to close out the first half. Drew Powell throws to the end zone, throws it away.
Good job.
Incomplete.
It's a good decision.
10 seconds remaining.
Very good decision. Good escape.
You see the Nova Home Loans instant replay and just live to play another down.
Yeah, that's smart play. You got 10 seconds left. Don't give any momentum back to this team. This team is good enough. They're mentally tough. This Northern Arizona team is extremely mentally tough. You got to keep working.
Drop the snap. Drew Powell looks around. Pump fake and a little hit from Artis will knock him down. 3 seconds on the clock. Timeout taken.
It's holding. There's a flag down in the end zone.
Front of the pass. Holding. Defense, number 4. Half the distance of the goal. Automatic first down. Game clock operator. Please reset the game clock to 4 seconds.
Well, if they go quick, they might have a chance to run 2 plays right here. Or do you think that coach will dial something up that gives him multiple options right here, run the clock out, but give himself plenty of chances to get it to the end zone? Well, let's just cut that mic right now. I don't know what was being said. Well, the official he's left his microphone hot, so we're going to just keep that down. Here come the Rattlers. Final 4 seconds. Throw it quick, and it's batted down, knocked down. That'll save some time. So they did try that quick option. Leaves 2.1 seconds on the clock. And now the Rattlers will settle for 3 if they can get it.
That's a dangerous throw because he throws it inside. You got to throw that ball away and outside. See how it's inside? The defense player had a chance. There should be no chance for that defense player to get that ball.
They will spot the ball at the 10-yard line for a Ernesto Lacayo kick. Well, with 3 timeouts, Northern Arizona.
Review the time on the clock at the end of the half. Officials timeout.
Okay, they're going to find out how much time should be on the clock right now.
You're under center and you throw a quick fade. You don't even take a drop. I mean, I at worst, there's going to be 1 second. At worst.
So you'd like to go for it right here?
No way. No.
Oh, you're talking about the last play?
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay, I thought you were dialing something up here. Pardon me.
You're making me sound like a crazy man when you can get some points.
I would take the points right now, especially up by 11.
I'm crazy, but I'm not that crazy.
I said, I do want to mention this. There's food down the way up here, okay? There's food, and I'm suggesting you might want to go on a little scouting mission here.
After review, game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 1 second. 1 second.
1 second.
Told you. At worst, there's 1 second.
1 second.
So,
enough time to snap it and kick it.
So because it won't start until they snap it anyway.
Thank you.
I mean, what'd you gain by that? By maybe you maybe made Ernesto sit there and think about it a little bit longer before the kick?
Well, certainly they're going to call timeout, right?
They've got him. But I don't see anyone standing next to an official.
Just let him kick it. Okay. And they did. And Lacayo comes through for the Rattlers. Gives them a 2-touchdown lead, 38-14. Arizona in front as we close out this first half of frenzied Western Conference Championship action. Joe Pequeno down on the field. Go ahead, Joe.
Floyd, thank you very much, Coach. You don't score in the end zone on that possession, but you are 6 for 6 in scoring in this first half.
Yeah, there was definitely a holding down there on Braxton on one of those plays, and we didn't get it in, but it should have been in. But we're playing well offensively. We got to step up. We got 2 stops on defense. We got to play a little better on defense.
Coach, you kind of talk about your defense. Kyrie with the interception sets the tone. Robert Sanders and that big third down comes up with a sack. And Coach, the Riverboat Gambler, the onside kick, and it prevails.
Well, we executed. That's the big thing. So we get the ball second half. We got to make sure we come out and extend this lead and put them in chase mode.
Thank you very much, Coach.
All right, Joe, thanks for that. And the Rattlers do grab a 2-touchdown lead against this.
For Northern Arizona, and they caused havoc with Tucson on kickoffs. Balls bouncing over the heads. They got a 1-point rouge at the beginning of the game. So
right after this.
Time. Blair, you can play to win with BetRivers.com, featuring award-winning customer service and
performance for the most important reason of all, getting you back.
Here at the Snake Pit in downtown Phoenix, the Rattlers have developed a 38-24 halftime lead over the number 2 seeded Northern Arizona Wranglers in this year's version. The defending champion Pirates, they get that win, and then a come from behind. Yes,
he was the best player on the field. He's done an excellent job of managing a few bad snaps that he's gotten and really made positive plays, and that's what you have to do in these kind of games. Don't allow yourself to get so carried away and making a big play when it's not there. He's done a great job of taking what the defense has given him, and he's taken sacks when he's had to, hadn't just thrown the ball up. He's done an outstanding job in the first half. But
and what it would mean to this game, and then again, I asked him in our
Come today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Our team is your team. Visit SpoonerPT.com to find one of our valley-wide locations near you.
Some dealerships are in your ear the second you walk through the door. But at Ken Garff Kia, we prefer to let our customers do the talking. That's why our motto is, we hear you. Because great vehicle selection, fair prices, and reliable service all start with one thing: listening. So if you're ready for a better dealership experience, come to Ken Garff Kia. Stop by today for great offers on our new vehicle lineup. Ken Garff Kia, we hear you.
Back into halftime in Phoenix. Thanks for joining us, everybody. And we understand that there continue to be issues for you as you try to enjoy the broadcast online on the live video stream. And pardon us on that. It's something that we have done everything we can to mitigate, but we've got some serious weather issues going on around here in Phoenix. You don't get a lot of weather outside of hot weather, but when you do, it can get treacherous here in the great state of Arizona, and we're suffering a little bit of that result. Floyd Simmons, Cedric Bonner, halftime in Phoenix. We welcome you back, everybody. Well said. That first half, the Rattlers, played some pretty good football. Before I ask you to break down what they've got to do to try and close out and get a win, get onto a championship game against Quad Cities, how about we take a look at his completed passes for 76 yards for his team. And looking at a couple of the receivers, Braxton Haley with 65 yards receiving today. Shannon Brooks, 18 yards. Isaiah.
We need to give our makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
Ready for a change of course? Discover a desert oasis studded with greens. Tee off into narrow canyons or go long on wide open fairways. With a storied golf history and a long list of courses designed by the greats of the game, your perfect golf getaway is right here in Tucson, Arizona. Find out more at visittucson.org/golf.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Hey, the Rattler fans are having a great time. Their team leads 38-24. If the Rattlers can prevail in this one, they are on to the championship game. They make it a habit of getting to championships, title games. Cedric Bonner, you played for this organization back in your day. I'm not going to say back in the day because that might sound like I'm trying to age you.
You just did when you said your day.
I said your day. You know, your day could have been, Tuesday. Could have been last week. Hey, by the way, great to have you back. Dale Hellestray, if he's listening, if you're out there, Dale, great job on the. So after a perfect 6 out of 6 possessions leading to scores in the first.
Defensive end by the Wranglers.
Lead by 1 touchdown over the middle. It's caught, first down.
And more than that. I mean, because of the way the rules are set up, you can't add anybody. So when your back goes down, you're in trouble. It makes it hard. And there you see the ball behind and late, right? When your guy is climbing up to his depth to where he's going to break, you see that inside leg hit, throw the ball.
Winfrey knows he had an opportunity. We'll see if he gets another here. About 11:35 remaining third quarter. Throw, sidearm throw over the middle. Boy, dangerous marker down. And Kyrie Woods, I think, is guilty of something. The way he responded when he saw a flag led me to zero right in on presenting sponsor.
This replay, you'll see his body language drifting off to his left. And he'll get his head around.
And the try for the point. And that will make it a 7-point game again. 38-31, Arizona in front of Northern Arizona. Don't go anywhere. Third quarter continues in a moment. Arizona Rattlers football.
Timeout on the field.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
8:45 on the clock. Third quarter from downtown Phoenix. And our score here is 38-31. Arizona in front of Northern Arizona. Well, to our Cox Yearview audience in Phoenix, it appears that we are having no issues there. That we are having issues with our YouTube feed. This is the final broadcast this season on Cox Yearview, Arizona, of Arizona Rattlers football, Channel 4 in Phoenix. Folks, you can go to yourview.com for more information. That's YURVIEW.com. That's Yearview at Cox Media. Free if you want to. It's going to cost you eventually. Here's a kick that looked a little wide right. Is that kick up and good? No, it's good. He split him. Both these kickers have been perfect today on their attempts, and it's a 7-point game again. Arizona 45, Northern Arizona 38. Back in a moment. Arizona Rattlers football.
Every body is different. Some get injured while others wear down. At Ortho Arizona, your unique condition is at the center of what we do. With over 20 locations and 70 physicians in the Valley, we offer orthopedic procedures, therapy, and athletic performance for the most important reason of all, getting you back to an active, pain-free life. Ortho Arizona, your destination for quality orthopedic care since 1994.
Spooner has been revolutionizing our community's experience with physical therapy and hand therapy in the Valley since 1990. Spooner helps you move better and feel better. Through specialized rehabilitation, personalized treatment plans, and functional performance training, our therapists, athletic trainers, and strength coaches provide programming to help you achieve your movement goals in life and on the field. Our team is your team. Visit SpoonerPT.com to find one of our Valley-wide locations near you.
It's time to get inspired with Arizona Living, your home, your inspiration. Host Jane Klaus shares with you the fascinating places, unique activities, and useful services found across our state. From crafting projects to dining destinations to suggestions for your next getaway. Learn how to get the most out of your Arizona lifestyle. Watch Arizona Living, your home, your inspiration. Sunday and Tuesday evening only on Yearview or streaming at yourview.com.
Well, we continue to have weather issues in downtown Phoenix. Big storm blew in, wreaked havoc for a while, started clearing up. So did our bandwidth and our network connectivity to the IFL's YouTube channel. Things went well for a little while, and now the storm is back and causing problems once again here in the downtown Phoenix area. So our apologies. Wish we could do more about it, but the infrastructure is just not holding up too well out there right now. Thank you to the Phoenix Suns, by the way. To Carl Barnworth and his great staff who have, we work with them every time we do an Arizona Rattlers football game. And there's nobody like them. They're second to none. How hard they work, and they're just so competent in what they do. Great partners of ours. Carl and his team, his network, IT, and technical team here at the Phoenix Suns, they do a great job, and we're grateful for them. But despite everybody's best efforts, there's just little that can be done in dealing with the outside factors. And now back to the action under 50 seconds remaining in the third quarter, now down to 45 seconds, and it's 45-38 Arizona in front of Northern Arizona. That was an incomplete pass. Second down for the Rattlers coming up.
Try to set the screen up, and good reaction on the edge to break that up. I believe it was Lofton.
22 seconds left in the quarter. Drew escapes, somehow got away from the clutches of Artis, and he is going to get yardage out of this. Wow, how about Drew Powell? 5, maybe 6 yards? Call it 5. How in the world did he escape Jaquan Artis?
Well, he's got to have that feel, that reverse spin back.
That is the end of the third quarter.
Man, I can't believe he got out of there. He's going to need a new jersey, partner.
Rattler fans liked it. Maybe he'll come out in a different jersey number when the fourth quarter begins, because that's what's ahead. We're at the end of the third period here in downtown Phoenix. The 2022 Western Conference Championship game. It will continue. The final 15 minutes are on the way, everybody. Northern Arizona trailing the Arizona, and this is Rattlers football. Back in a moment.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
The pulse, the beat, the vibe. You have a place to turn it on. Talking Stick Resort.
Join Jane Klaus on Creative Living as she shares fun and inspiring ideas for enriching your life. From DIY tips to unique adventures for the family, Creative Living showcases it all. Peek inside the kitchen at a local restaurant, preview popular travel destinations, or discover an exciting new hobby. Watch Creative Living Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Saturday only on YourView and YourView.com. Creative Living. Imagine what you can do.
45-38 as we start the fourth quarter. Arizona in front of Northern Arizona, the Western Conference Championship game. And our Joe Pequeno is with the commissioner of the IFL, Todd Tryon.
Thank you very much, Floyd. Here with the commissioner. And commissioner, look, couldn't ask for a better Western Conference game. Two juggernauts going at it. Now it's a fourth quarter game.
Unbelievable crowd, great action. I mean, two great teams going at it. I mean, Northern Arizona's not going to go away, and this will come down to the end of the fourth quarter here.
No question, and we see so much parity in the league, and we saw that with Quad City upsetting Frisco to get to the title game.
We got great competitive balance, and that starts with our ownerships. You know, they've hired great coaches recruit great players, and you get competitive balance when you do that.
And Coach, Commissioner, I should say, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. August 13th is where it all culminates with the title game.
You know, it's going to be a great event. First time we've gone to a neutral site, and we got Quad City going to be taking on the Western Conference, and tickets, you can get tickets at IFL National Championship.com, and it's going to be a great event.
Thank you, Commissioner. Floyd said. Sure, coming up later.
By the way, tickets are available still. You can still get tickets, so why not make your plans? Be there August 13th. Here's a pass, caught at the 22, taken across the 20-yard line. Braxton Haley on the receiving end for the Rattlers. They'll mark him right at the 20.
Todd always looks sharp, man. Got that nice blue with the yellow under. I mean, he's always sharp. He's done a great job and helped build this league. Brought in the right partnership, right ownership groups. And with stable ownership is where you can develop proper growth.
How about the job he gets to do this weekend, huh? He was at the Frisco game yesterday. Catch a flight. Come watch another game. Great game. Flip out left side. Shannon Brooks has it. Brooks to the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. And now 14 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. The Rattlers will work on milking that clock, but one touchdown lead is tenuous against a outstanding defense.
Is that Sia Burley playing quarterback? Or is Cedric Walker playing quarterback? A few number 5s. Chris Hickson playing quarterback?
We'll figure it out. It's Drew Powell. And he delivers to Braxton Haley at the 5-yard line. A marker came down.
It's going to be holding.
Probably a hold, yeah. Hey, that's that throwback across your body pass.
Offense, number 94. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat, second down.
He threw a touchdown similarly last week. I think it was to Isaiah Houston, where he's kind of dancing out to his left there, and all of a sudden he throws back across his body, kind of toward the middle of the field.
What's a key word? You say they're dancing. So it's tough. There you see right there the pull.
Braxton was going with him to that side of the field. Last week he was throwing against the grain to a receiver going the other direction. He completed both of them. Last week it counted. This time they're going to move it back on the hold, so second down. Drew fakes it. Now runs the cutback, spin to the 18-yard line. There's another penalty marker down from the umpire. I guess you probably figure out what that is.
Holding. Offense, number 62. 10-yard penalty to the previous spot. Repeat second down.
So what did the fans see? Said that I didn't see as I was tracking the quarterback on that play, because the fans didn't think, I don't think they thought there was a holding penalty committed.
Do they ever? Unless it's on the other team.
Maybe they were just trying to.
That's not a hold. That's a manhandle.
That's just a.
Come on, man. That's not that. I mean, honestly.
He just got beasted.
That's not a hold, literally.
He got beasted.
Hands maybe on the outside of the shoulder there, but he's not pulling me, and then he just throws him.
Yeah.
That's a tough call right there.
Looks like a pretty good block to me. I don't want to be on the receiving end of that block anytime soon. Here is Drew Powell under a lot of pressure, and he is wrapped up, knocked down at the 2-yard line. Drew goes down. He just tried to keep it alive a little too long, and Uric Jones pounces on him. So
that's where Drew has to say enough and make the decision to run. It opened up. There was 0 defenders out there on the edge. Take off now. Get out of there. See him waiting, and then he still doesn't want to accelerate. Man, that's a lot of body landing on top of you.
11:50 remaining in the fourth quarter, and all of a sudden you're sensing a little bit of momentum swinging into the direction of Northern Arizona. Their defense, after 2 holding penalties, making that big play, but Jamal Miles will get some of that back. He is going to be out to the 20-yard line, giving him about 17 on that play, but way shy of the first down. It'll be 4th down for the Rattlers, 4th and 20 for Arizona. And here comes Ernesto Lacayo, the place kicker.
Just hanging on to the ball too long. It makes it hard. You can't hang on to the ball. Got to get the ball out of your hand, get your quick reads, and get it in and out. Back-to-back holding calls. The second one I didn't believe was a hold. First one, there was a little grab on the shoulder.
Well, last week, Lacayo finished out the half with a 50-yard field goal the first half. Here he tries a 47 from Braxton Haley's hold. It's long enough, and it's just to the right. Pushed it out there a little bit. Looked a little bit like my 6-iron. And that kick no good. Northern Arizona will get the ball and a chance to even things up here. Hey, just in the span of a few moments, the Rattlers went from an opportunity to go up 3 scores. We could be tied here shortly.
Well, you don't want to start the third quarter out with an interception. That, number one, I mean, that's very costly. Get a look at the kick, and he just missed a couple yards, a couple feet to the right. But, man, you've really turned into a struggle. You've given that defense some momentum.
And that's Jaquio
Bowman.
Bowman on the carry off the right side. And he'll pick up about 3 yards.
He just wants all you people to know that he does more than catch fade routes. That's all. He can run it.
Caleb Barker, the quarterback, gives the play to his guys in the huddle. And they'll work on a 2nd down and 7. Barker deep. And he threw it over the wrong shoulder. That's incomplete. So the matchup there on Jaquio Bowman, this time it's Merriweather. So he is at least the 3rd different defender we've seen cover that number 12.
Well, just trying to utilize size with size, size against size. And what a luxury to be able to have a guy like Dede that you could throw out there and put him in space with some guys.
Well, 3rd down and 7. Rattlers could not hit on the field goal try just a moment ago. They remain in front 45-38. And Barker overthrows this guy. Devin Cockrell back on the field in coverage. The guy coming across on that short route, Glenn Gibbons, was the target, but that's over the receiver's head. 4th down and 7 coming up.
Good D, solid D. They're trying to set up a little under route. Just puts a little too much air underneath it. Not really sure if that was a bad break by the receiver or just confusion on where it's supposed to go. Receiver stops. Barker expected him to keep going.
Well, on that in that sequence of plays, you have the ball thrown down the field way over the wrong shoulder, and then that incomplete pass attempt. 8 minutes remaining, 4th down and 7. Barker, he'll look over the middle and deliver complete to the 21-yard line. Tackle made after it's hauled in for a gain of 13 yards and a first down for Northern Arizona. Timely 4th down conversion.
He's looking a lot like his offensive coordinator. Jackia Bowman is looking a lot like Rod Windsor. Big time possession guy that understands how to get open and find lanes.
So you think Rod likes that guy, number 12? A newer version of him. Here is Barker battling, trying to fight his way out of a jersey tackle. He's going to go down with a 2-yard gain on this play. Barker, by the way, in the game, 12 out of 23. He is completing passes at a 52% clip. That's not certainly great by any measure, but better than he did in the previous 2 matchups against the Rattlers.
Well, he's been afforded some man-to-man matchups, right? So it's single coverage where it's an easy read. You don't have to do a whole lot, but just put the ball in the right spot. He's been able to do that for the most part. When this team has needed a play, he's been able to make it.
He has completed 5 touchdowns on 125 yards passing and an interception down the left sideline into the stands. And that's a good catch made. Good catch hauled in by the fan.
All hands, too.
Incomplete, yeah.
All hands.
He did it the way you want it done.
Yes.
Coach Bonner.
No body.
That is going to bring up a 3rd down, 3rd and 8 for the Wranglers. Well, the Rattlers have done a good job putting Barker and the Wranglers into these kinds of situations, but you saw them a moment ago come out of it with a 4th down conversion. Here's 3rd down and 8 from the Wrangler 23-yard line. Barker, the quick release, and it's completed.
Great catch.
Yeah, first down.
And a better throw. And Michael Bailey, haven't talked about him enough, but watch him take 2 in the middle. Grab the nose and he pops off to help on the blitzing linebacker. That's an excellent job by Michael Bailey.
And he knew what was going on, right?
Oh, yeah, he's well aware. Quick pop and then boom. Gives his quarterback enough time to throw a perfect ball.
He's been beaten today, okay? And he's availing himself well at this point. Great job. And look at the block on the edge and the move. Yeah, it kind of looks that way, doesn't it? But into the end zone goes Ulyss Gillard for the touchdown. There are no markers on the field, and Gillard he'll walk in, he'll dance in easily for the touchdown, and we've got a 1-point game.
I mean, the Rattlers not ready on defense, not prepared for this play, and he steps in and then bounces outside, and then you see what looked to be a tackle. I didn't see the full block on Devontae Merriweather.
If we have that other look from behind the end zone, we might be able to tell whether that was a tackle or a clean pancake block. We'll see if we have got a tie game. The kick is up. That kick is good. We are tied, everybody. 45 with 4 minutes, 11 seconds remaining. Both teams have their full complement of timeouts. And we'll take this timeout here on the broadcast. Stand by, everybody. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latino artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit.
Spooner has been revolutionizing our community's experience with physical therapy and hand therapy in the Valley since 1990. Spooner helps you move better and feel better. Through specialized rehabilitation, personalized treatment plans, and functional performance training, our therapists, athletic trainers, and strength coaches provide programming to help you achieve your movement goals in life and on the field. Our team is your team. Visit SpoonerPT.com to find one of our Valley-wide locations near you.
Some dealerships are all about selling, but Ken Garff Kia is all about family. We're part of the Ken Garff Automotive Group, a family-run business that's been around since 1932. That's right, for the past 90 years, Ken Garff dealerships have been perfecting the art of listening to customers and putting their needs first. How many other dealerships can say that? Come see us today for great offers on our new vehicle lineup. Ken Garff Kia, we hear you.
Take a look at that touchdown just again a moment ago. That looks like a pretty good block. Yeah. Good job by the Wranglers. They sealed that edge nicely with a downfield block and gave Gillard just an open lane to the outside. He got the touchdown. We're tied in this Western Conference Championship game. Arizona 45, Northern Arizona 45. Well, you know, when you're playing a team as good as Northern Arizona, that previous 2-touchdown lead that the Rattlers had always seemed a little tentative. And a kick, a line drive into the stands. That'll be great field position for the Rattlers.
Must answer.
Well, I mean, by rule, be placed at the 25-yard line, first down.
Goes without saying that this is a must-answer drive. And the offense looked extremely disjointed on the last drive. They got to find a way to get it back together, smooth it out. You've given a team confidence. You've allowed them to build and get better as the game has gone on. So you've got to regain that somehow.
Drew Powell steps left, throws to the end zone. There's a battle, and the fans love it because it's a touchdown. Arizona, Braxton Haley fights for it and wins it.
Tell you what, this dude is on some whole different level. Talked about it earlier, but oh my goodness. Braxton Haley, the sum of all he's done this year is nothing short of amazing.
Well, the sum of what he's done tonight on 5 catches, 103 yards receiving, and his 3rd touchdown of the game. The kick is up, and the kicker Lacayo, with the marker down, is writhing in pain on the ground.
And they're going to call holding.
How did Lacayo get hurt?
He got run into because of
holding. Kicking team number 99. 10-yard penalty. Repeat the try. There is no foul for roughing the kicker as the player was blocked into the kicker.
You hate to see that sight right there. Okay, let's see what the officials are saying. And I think they made the right call. Ernesto is up off the turf.
We got to replay the try. Where's it going? Is he going to be able to do it?
That's a really good question. And if he doesn't, the offense will have to go for 2, right, from the 13-yard line. Drew Powell is on the field.
You're going to have to take a timeout or something to let him figure it out.
And coaches, a little bit of drama happening on the field right now, and finally Ernesto will walk off the field. He'll leave, and they're going to go for 2. Well, all you got to do is just throw it to Broxton again, right? Running out of time. They did beat the play clock. Powell steps up, spins, and gets leveled. He spun right into the waiting arms of Jaquan Artis, and he planted him. And the point fails. The 2-point try, no good. So now a 6-point game.
Time out of the field.
51-45. The Rattlers in front of the Wranglers. A timeout here in the fourth quarter with 2:53 left in the Western Conference Championship game. Arizona Rattlers football.
We're your neighbors. You should stop by for a visit. We're Casino Arizona. There's nothing like seeing friends again. We're your Casino Arizona.
To some dealerships, you might be just a number. But at Ken Garff Kia, we treat you right. What do we mean by that? Let's break it down. We approach every interaction with respect, integrity, growth, humility, and teamwork. Because we focus on people first and cars second. So if you're looking for the right kind of dealership experience, stop by today for great offers on our new vehicle lineup. Ken Garff Kia, we hear you.
51-45. There's your score. Arizona in front of Northern Arizona, but that lead they've held throughout the game, and it's been tied on a few occasions. I think 5 ties since we were at zeros. But here in the fourth quarter, when it matters most, the Wranglers have done a terrific job to come back and make this anybody's game to win the Western Conference Championship game. Who gets to go face off with Quad Cities?
Here comes the onside onslaught.
Looks like Lacayo is feeling better. This kick deep, and it's caught. And at the opening of the back wall, the ball is fielded by Nick Watkins.
That's right. He could have kicked the extra point. Take a timeout. He could have kicked the extra point. You see how much power he had on that?
Yeah, he's okay.
He's a little banged up, but he's all right.
I mean,
the ball was kicked out of bounds to the back of the end zone. By rule, be placed at the 25-yard line.
He caught it in the field. He took it out of bounds. No. He took it out of bounds. The receiver did.
Momentum carried him out, right?
The receiver took it out of bounds. That's not a good call. He touches this in the field of play. He touches the ball.
5-yard penalty. First down, Northern Arizona.
They just flagged Kevin Guy. I didn't hear exactly how they called it, but Coach Guy is pretty unhappy right now.
He still has a foot in play there. He takes it out of bounds. That's a tough one. But it's all right. You give up that field position. It's just like an onside kick, and you got an opportunity to get the ball back again.
Now the clock becomes a critical factor. 2:45 remaining. Barker stepping up, and he'll run, and he is knocked down, short gain, if anything, a yard maybe on the play. Trayvon Williams stepping up to help make that stop. 2nd down and 9 at the Rattler 19-yard line.
Good solid job coming off the block by Trayvon Williams.
Clock counting down. The two teams still have 3 timeouts remaining.
Last time they were in the set, they ran the big dig with number 12 outside.
They're going to run
it. That's a clip. That's a block in the back.
And the ball is taken out after a 4-yard pickup to the 15-yard line. Carrying the football, Ulyss Gillard. So Gillard gets the 4-yard gain. It's 3rd down and 5. What did you see right here?
I saw a clip outside. Not there. Right there. That's a block in the back. He's not on the side. That's a block in the back. 12 on 15. But Rod Windsor right now is in a zone with his play calling. Some runs, some passes, some timely QB runs.
The former Arizona Rattler calling those plays for the Wranglers. Pass caught inside the 5. There's another example. And about
the clock should stop. The clock should have stopped.
13-yard gain. It does stop with 56 seconds remaining.
Should have stopped with a minute.
1-minute warning. Timeout in the field.
Pass caught there by Glenn Gibbons. We take this timeout with 1 minute remaining, or just under 1 minute remaining in regulation. 51-45. The Arizona Rattlers in front of the Northern Arizona Wranglers. The final minutes of this Western Conference Championship game is on the way. Stand by for it.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Some dealerships are in your ear the second you walk through the door. But at Ken Garff Kia, we prefer to let our customers do the talking. That's why our motto is, we hear you. Because great vehicle selection, fair prices, and reliable service all start with one thing: listening. So if you're ready for a better dealership experience, come to Ken Garff Kia. Stop by today for great offers on our new vehicle lineup. Ken Garff Kia, we hear you.
They're making a bunch of noise. Well, they're making a tremendous amount of noise here at the Snake Pit, the Footprint Center, downtown Phoenix, the home of the Arizona Rattlers. And now the fans are asking for this team to rise up and play some defense with Northern Arizona on the 2-yard line. And a chance for Northern Arizona to get their first lead of the game. First and goal, the 2-yard line. Barker hands it off. And after a hit at the 5-yard line in the backfield and a marker down, I think that's going to be a hold. The tackle was eventually made near the original line of scrimmage.
Run, holding, offense, number 75. 10-yard penalty for the previous spot. Repeat, first down.
You heard the call. The hold will bring it back to the 12-yard line. We'll take a look on the Nova Home Loans Instant replay.
That's a tough call. He sealed the edge.
We saw a previous block like that by Arizona, and it was called a hold.
He didn't. Right. So you got. I guess if you're going to call them both, you're doing a good job. But he didn't turn him. He sealed the edge. Right. He got the edge on the defender, and then handled business afterwards.
Maybe what the official is seeing is maybe he feels like he's got him in his hands,
outside,
and he's throwing him. Maybe that's what he's seeing.
Well,
they look pretty clean. That looked clean.
First of all, DN, you take an inside charge there when the ball's going lateral. You get sealed. Can't happen.
53.5 seconds remaining. 51-45. And that is a direct
Great
snap.
tackle.
And Dylan Winfrey with a huge tackle from his corner spot. Jeremy Neal had it. And if he doesn't make that tackle, right?
Yeah, if he's a size 11,
timeout.
He's out of there.
Arizona, they're first. Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 49 seconds.
So Coach Guy has to take a timeout there, a defensive timeout. Second down and goal. The ball back to the 12-yard line. Yeah, that's a terrific open field tackle by Dylan Winfrey. He was last year's IFL Defensive Player of the Year. That was a good move by Neal. I mean, the cutback, the plant the foot cutback.
Perfect move, but just a hand grab on the ankle.
.49 seconds left in this one. Well, look at that defense. Devin Cockrell out there in that defensive backfield with Kyrie Woods and Devontae Merriweather and Dylan Winfrey on the tackle that last play. Trayvon Williams, the linebacker. Dylan Fa'amatu at the nose. Robert Landers and Chris Terrell on the edge. Barker to the end zone. He throws. The catch is made for the touchdown. That'll tie the game. And hauling it in is Glenn Gibbons.
Is a completed catch for a touchdown.
A lot of emotions out there, and the Wranglers are quickly grabbing their guy to keep him in check and make sure they don't get any laundry on the field to affect this or any following play.
Eligible, number 75.
And we're tied, everybody. A chance for Northern Arizona to get their first lead of the game.
A lot of time, 2 timeouts left.
And that was a deep breath by Craig Peterson. I guess because he knows what he's going to do with it. And he splits those uprights. Kick is good. And guess what? Northern Arizona leads the Arizona Rattlers 52-51. Their first lead today.
Another corner route. They've gone to him the entire day. 1 foot down, 2 feet down. That's a catch all day. You can complain, but that's a catch.
Yeah, that's been a favorite.
That's the only thing.
Route, hasn't it?
A fade or a corner. He's thrown that.
And he knows he's going into that treacherous territory right there. There's concrete out behind the padding of the field.
So what's so good about the throw is he puts it over the top. When you look at the safety, Dylan, he's sitting flat-footed, so he has to undercut that route. If the ball's thrown too flat, he can get there and make a play, but it had just enough air to get over the top. And they've had their way in the corners of the end zone.
Well, there is a lot of time remaining. You see Joe Pequeno down there urging the fans on. The broadcast team getting into some cheerleading. We didn't get it on camera. There he is. There's a shot of Joe. Joe, go ahead. Raise those hands again. Maybe Joe's his earpiece is a little tweaked. 45.1 seconds left. Okay, Northern Arizona, they wouldn't try an onside kick right here, would they?
They will possibly squib it to get it to try to bounce over Jamal's head since he's that close. That's another 1 point if they can get him tackled in the end zone.
There's your line drive. And it bounces into the waiting arms of Jamal Miles at the 1-yard line. And Jamal is knifed under at the 14-yard line. Good tackle on special teams by Tyrone Cromwell. And the Rattlers have 40.5 seconds to work with. 2 timeouts. How quickly will Northern Arizona start to spend their timeouts? Set.
I don't think at all, unless they get down, unless they give up a big play. I mean, they're winning. They don't have to, right? Like the onus falls on Arizona to move the ball here.
So that guy wearing number 5, that's still Drew Powell. He lost his jersey earlier in the game, got it damaged, and here he'll step up and into the arms of the defense. That is Daquan Artis who starts it. He made the initial contact, but there was help from others out there on that defense. Is that Darren Hungerford? Did he switch jerseys as well?
Arizona, their second. Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 36 seconds.
Who's wearing 51?
I think Tremont Lofton.
Okay, gotcha.
Swapped out jerseys.
Timeout taken by the Rattlers with 35.7 seconds remaining. Certainly time enough, but the momentum shift.
36 seconds on the game clock, please.
That momentum shift that happened
at the half.
Yeah, it really did. Yeah, it was that early turnover kind of really started it going back the other direction after a great first half play by the Rattlers. Now they got to get something here. They've got to get the points on the board, and then they got to rely on their defense as well. The clock is being reset finally, and it is set to 36 seconds remaining.
If they do it right, there won't be any time left for NAZ to get the ball back. So first they got to protect. They have to protect.
1 timeout left. Drew Powell, lots and lots of protection. The defensive line actually is really not even pressuring him.
You're just running the clock out on yourself.
Yeah.
Nick, get rid of the ball. You don't have to have the home run. You have a timeout left.
28 seconds now remaining. 27.8 seconds remaining. Well, Drew spent a fair amount of that time right there. There's a little bit of hold in the middle of the field. Grab a handful of jersey.
They're not going to call that.
Not going to call it, especially if you're not going to target him.
You definitely can't throw it up late down there because it's a possibility of a pick. But just number one, when you take off, when you're not playing on schedule, your offensive line has to do things like maybe grab, hold a little bit. You're going to get those calls.
So watch the play of the guys up front. They're trying to avoid over-pursuing. Catch made near the line to gain, and I believe that the Rattlers are going to get the first down on a pass completion to Jamal Miles. They will move the chains, move the sticks with 20.8 seconds left. The clock will start moving again shortly. Playing for one final chance at it right here. And a timeout, taking the final timeout that the Rattlers have. They're going to call it right now.
Well, it's 19 seconds left. You got plenty of time to get a few plays.
Arizona, their third and final. Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 20 seconds. 20.8 seconds. Thank you.
Question is Ernesto okay to kick a field goal if you have to?
Judging by the last kick that he made, which was a kickoff, I think the answer is yes. I think I'd trust him. Now the other thing is, if you complete the ball in the middle of the field and a tackle is made right there, I mean, you have got to hustle to the spot, right? You got to get up, got to clock it as fast as you can.
20.8 of a second, 20.8.
So what you have to have here is 2 plays called in the huddle. Called both formations, both plays.
Look at that personnel out there. You got Jamal Miles, Isaiah Houston, Braxton Haley, Shannon Brooks. Those are the weapons. And coming out of the huddle,
They went to the wrong side of the field.
Yeah, everybody was on the wrong side. Braxton Haley now will reset on the near side of the field.
False start.
The clock was not reset properly. Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 20.8 seconds.
Yeah,
20.8 seconds.
On the scoreboard graphic you see right there.
There he goes.
Thank you.
You know, that isn't correct. That is not correct. Now they've reset it here correctly in the arena, 20.8 seconds. You can see the correction there on our screen now as well. All right, 20.8 seconds. And I wonder if the Wranglers got to see anything out of that. Here comes Drew over the middle, too tall, and it is, tipped and dropped. That was nearly the backbreaker. Bill Atkins couldn't haul it in as the ball sailed on a pass intended for Braxton Haley. Braxton got just a couple of fingertips on it, and he was able to interrupt the trajectory. Otherwise, this game's over. Still an opportunity for the Rattlers now. Trailing by 1, 52-51. Powell. He throws. And did Miles get it off the turf? He did. They say a catch.
You got to clock
it. The clock is running. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. They're going to stop it to move the chains, right? We're going to get maybe a challenge? We do. We're going to get Les Moss, the head coach for Northern Arizona, says, I don't think he did catch that. And the Rattlers are not thinking about kicking the football.
But get a play call in now. Get a play call in now. Get the guys over.
Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 11 seconds. 11 seconds. The Northern Arizona head coach is challenging the rule in the field of a completed catch. The play is under review.
So they put 11 seconds up there. That's not going to make the Wrangler fans too happy. And while they review, there's an opportunity for a break. To draw something up, Seth.
I mean, he had it right there. He's sliding to his right. I think that's a catch. Both hands were on the outside of the ball. The ball can hit the ground as long as it doesn't move after it touches your hands. And both hands are around the ball there. And he immediately gets it off the deck.
So I would assume coming out of the play.
That's hard to turn.
Let's just presume it stands. The ball would be at the 13-yard line. Set 11 seconds on the clock. I would assume they're gonna start the clock just as soon as.
Correct. So you need to get up and get ready.
They spot the football. And no. Not even thinking about kicking the ball right here.
Not with 11 seconds. However, I mean, that looks not going to give you anything, but his hands were around the ball the entire time. I thought it was a good call. The ball can hit the ground. Both hands were around the ball. But watch Drew slide to his right. He doesn't need to. It's coming open right now. Step straight forward. He's sliding away from where he wants to throw. Watch him slide to his right and have to kind of sidearm it out there. It doesn't get enough on it because, listen, if he gets that out to Jamal early with his body underneath him, he might be able to turn and score.
And if he doesn't score, he's very close. Yeah, and he can probably get out of bounds inside the 5-yard line, thereabouts. Well, now let's just say they rule that it's incomplete. Then the ball's going to come back to the 24-yard line. Now you got to, with 11 seconds, if you can snap it with as close to 11 seconds as possible, snap it, then you might be able to run 2 plays if you can complete something mid-range and get out of bounds.
Well, they're going to force everything inside, right? So they know what we know, that there's no more timeouts.
What will the Rattlers draw up for this one? looks like they're going to call it a catch. Going to go with the catch.
After review,
But they need to get up.
the ball
Get up.
hit the ground. It's an incomplete pass. The ball be returned to previous
Both his
spot.
hands.
It'll be third down at that spot. Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 12 seconds.
Well, I was looking in the wrong direction for the indication.
Is not charged a timeout and has one challenge remaining.
I have always been under the impression that if your hands are around the ball and it doesn't move and it contacts your hands and the ground at the same time, it's a catch. And it didn't move in his hands.
That is not the interpretation by the referee, and with 12 seconds remaining, Rattlers have a third down here. Their own 24-yard line. Drew to the end zone. There's multiple defensive backs in the area. The catch is made by the defense. Interception. No markers down. That's a touchback, and a Northern Arizona Rattlers win impending. Into traffic. Drew threw the ball.
Interception in the end zone for a touchback. First down.
Drew threw the ball into traffic and paid the price for it.
There's two guys mugging Jamal Miles. Well, listen, man, you got to finish games. You got to finish games.
And out. Northern Arizona, they're first.
Well, the Wranglers are going to take a timeout. I think partly just to try and keep their guys emotionally in check. Don't want to do anything at all that could compromise this final moment that they have. Les Moss is coming down to join the team, the offense, and talk it over near their end of the field. And how about the job that Les Moss did this year?
Look at them. They're totally mauling Jamal Miles right there on the screen. Not even playing the ball. It's not even close.
Well, that's my thing, and I get you on that for sure. And you know, a lot of times you get the no call in these tight situations like that. But the one thing that you have to ask yourself is that you know, Bill Atkins, and there, by the way, a challenge flag from Coach Guy, but he doesn't have any timeouts. So can you challenge without any timeouts? And I wonder what he's challenging, but I'm just saying that, you know, Atkins was not, he wouldn't turn to the ball, wouldn't look for the ball. That's my question.
He was doing nothing to make a play on the ball, and you have no timeouts left, so.
Arizona cannot challenge the previous play because they have no timeouts. Also, pass interference is not reviewable by rule. First down, Northern Arizona.
Well, I mean, Kevin Guy going to do anything he can, right? You got to do whatever you can.
I mean, that's a poor job there, but that play did not cost them the game. Their play cost them the game. That play did not cost them the game.
If they play the second half like they played the first half,
How about you just don't give the ball away?
They'd be going to Vegas.
That's it.
You know, Northern Arizona will throw the ball deep downfield and into the stands for the final play of the game, and they've got the win. They didn't get their first lead of the game till there was 45 seconds left. It's the first lead they got at 52-51, and they were able to hold on in those final 45 seconds. And the defense that we've talked about so much, the defense that has made them great this year, played a great second half. And that results in a Northern Arizona Western Conference championship victory. They win tonight 52-51. You see some celebration by the Wranglers down on the field. They're headed to Vegas. They're going to the championship game to take on Quad Cities on August 13th.
Touchdown throw away, set the footprint center on Central and Lincoln. The Deuce is
Let's go on the field. Joe Pequeno has something.
Thank you very much, Floyd. Coach, came down to the very end. Unfortunately, you come up short on the scoreboard.
Our kicker was hurt, and they didn't give us time to get him off the damn field so we could reassess here. He was still right here when they made us run the thing, so it is what it is, man. We're moving on. Okay?
Thank you very much, Coach.
I think he just expressed the entire sentiment and tone for his team and these fans here at the Footprint Center. I don't know, looking at some fans walking out of the stadium, and the dejection is there, but the shock is even greater.
I think it is. And listen, you get beaten the last two United Bowls, last two championship games. It's tough, man. It's tough. There's so much talent here, and I know how much work Kevin does, this entire coaching staff, how much work they do, but you've got to put plans into action. You've got to make plays when they're there to be made. They had plenty of opportunities to make plays. That last call is flat out pass interference. However, that play did not cost them the game.
Yeah.
It's pass interference. It's not even close, but what are you looking at when the defender's not even looking at you?
That angle, even more than the others, right there. That last angle we saw, there's no question.
And that puts the ball on the 2-yard line. So you got, what, 2 plays from the 2 or 1 play from the 2-yard line? It is what it is. You put yourself in harm's way by giving the ball away, by, offensive line was tested mightily in the second half. The juice from NAZ's front in the second half kicked up.
Nothing but first class, Coach Guy. Unbelievable season. The Northern Arizona Wranglers. Yes, sir. What a turnaround from 13 losses to 14 wins. Made the trip down south here. And they're your new Western Conference champions. To Trey Medlock and Fred, and the coaching staff, Coach Moss and Coach Keefe, and the Wranglers players. You're headed to Vegas. Congratulations.
Yes, sir.
Well, I got to tell you, Sed, they let them celebrate, and they deserve it. There's your Western Conference champions right now. And you know what? If for no other reason, the resilience and the fight in that second half, you've got to give it to them. You've got to give it to them. For the Rattlers, for their end, I think you hit on it. I think you hit the key, Sed. Look, you had the game. It was yours to win. You had a 2-touchdown lead, an opportunity to go up 3 scores early in the second half. Couldn't get that done, could not close that deal. And then there was just something about it. The Rattlers were flat in the second half. It wasn't the same team that we saw in the first half. It was not the same team that dominated Duke City a week ago. The second half of this game, something different.
Different opponent, right? An opponent with unbelievable talent. This is a very talented team that the Wranglers bring down south to Phoenix. They're talented, and they're young and talented. So they don't even know what they don't know. They're still growing. This team is well coached. Love what I saw from Rod Windsor tonight and the way he was able to develop and keep working and always hitting the right switch on offense. And Rob Keefe, right? He's been one of the best defensive coaches I've seen around. Coach Moss's staff has done a tremendous job, and congratulations to him and Trey Medlock. And I mean, it's awesome. 13 losses a year ago. 13 losses. And now you're going to the ship.
You go from worst to first, and a chance to play for the title. And I got to tell you, as good as that defense is, it's hard for me. It's hard for me to think to believe that Northern Arizona won't be celebrating a title. I know Quad Cities totally disagrees with that assessment, and I think they're outstanding. Quad Cities, great team.
Well, I think what the difference is with Keefe's defense, you're going to see so many different things. right? You're gonna see so many different looks. You're not gonna see the same look ever. And the guy does a ton of work, just like Coach Guy does, in trying to put his players in the best possible position. And they've got some young players, man. They've got some really good young players.
And one of those is with Joe Pequeno. He's their quarterback, Caleb Barker. We'll talk to him now.
Thank you very much, Floyd. Here with Caleb Barker. Caleb, congratulations on the victory. You guys were down 14 at the half, and you pull off the stunner. What was the difference?
Well, we've been in that position before, you know, and we always have leaned on we're a second-half team. Coach has kind of given us some garbage for that because we've always said that, you know, we played bad in the first half, whatever it may be, offense, defense, special teams. But we always seem to regroup in the second half. So, you know, we really came out, needed to stop, defense got the pick, and then, you know, momentum started to shift our way. So,
no question, the offense was unstoppable. Chiquel Bowman, I mean, you and him are playing pitch and catch in that second frame. And how about the defense setting the tone with the interception right off the bat, and all of a sudden that D-line starts picking up the tempo?
Right, I mean, they feed off of each other, the defense does, and then the offense feeds off the defense. You know, this team, for this being mainly rookies, I mean, we're all still kind of learning this game, so I'm just super excited, man. This is awesome.
Caleb, talk about the heart and character of this team. Look, third time you're making the trek down the I-17 to the Footprint Center. Everyone thinking this could be an Arizona Rattlers coronation, but it's the Wranglers spoiling the show and moving on to the championship game.
Right. I mean, I think the three best teams on this conference is, you know, out of Arizona. I mean, tons of headlines about that. So, but
hey, best QB in the IFL right here.
Shout out to the Rattlers. I mean, a great team, great, coached well. Obviously, win by 1 point. I mean, props to them. But I'm just super excited and happy for this team, man.
You get a week off, and it's Quad City in the title game in Vegas. What stays in Vegas, stays in Vegas. Give me a preview on that matchup.
It's gonna be business. I mean, you know, we'll have a couple practices I think this next week, and you know, get ready, heal up, you know, go to treatment, all that good stuff, and then, you know, take care of business.
Thank you very much, Floyd. Said back to you.
All right, Joe, thank you, and congratulations to Caleb Barker and Northern Arizona. They are your Western Conference champions in 2022. A great year for the Rattlers, but when it counted, just didn't have enough in the tank. And there's a key play right there early on in the second half, that interception by Marquise Bridges that helped kind of turn things around and give Northern Arizona eventually a victory today. Didn't get their first lead in the game until 45 seconds left, and then they held on in a wild last 45 seconds to get the win tonight, and they advanced to the championship. August 13th, they will play Quad Cities for the IFL Championship. That'll wrap up our broadcast for the game and our season. Cedric Bonner, it has been my distinct pleasure to share the broadcast duties here with the Arizona Rattlers with you another season, and you, my friend, there's no comparison. You are the man. I appreciate you.
You're the man. Thank you for having me here. It's been awesome. Feel like I lost the game right now. Like I feel a little dejected right now. Like this is a tough one, but you talked about credit. Great credit goes out to Coach Moss and his staff. Fantastic job. But our crew here has made it really easy for me to come in here and do these games and give us great shots with the Nova Home replays. I mean, you guys are first class. And Simmons Media, come on, man.
I'm pretty proud of the guys.
Class. Yeah, you should be.
I'm pretty proud of the guys. These guys have done a great job. Let me remind you who all those people are. Our director, Bob Hammond. Our assistant director, Greg Jones. Also the crew tonight. He doesn't get the top billing. He ought to get it more often than he does, and that's our producer and technical director, Derek Simmons. There's nobody like that dude right there. He's an all-star.
Relax.
He needs to chill out once in a while. Yeah, he can get pretty intense. There's no doubt about it, especially on a night like tonight when we battled and fought against the elements to keep a broadcast going. But our guys did a great job, including Greg back there. He was all over the place, our assistant director, getting stuff done. Our graphics operator, graphics designer, and boy, what a great job all year, Caleb. Congratulations. My long-lost son right there, Caleb Bushi.
He kind of is.
That guy right there, okay? Great job. We saw him with some great moves earlier in the game. dashing across the field, over the wall in one leap, and then zipping up the stands to prove that he might want to think about the open tryouts with the Rattlers next year.
The only thing he proved there is that he's younger than us.
And he did. And he certainly did. A big thank you goes out as well to our great camera crew, including guys like the Drake, Chris Drake. What a great job today. Chris, nice work as he always does down there on the field. Andre Stevens as well. Also working camera for us, Jim Hartman tonight. Those guys just all season long, fantastic. And Chris Peterson, who's done a number of games with us this year, and he was out there on the sticks for us tonight. Chris, great job. We hope that you're healing up nicely, man, from your scrape last week. Chris, just a quality person and a tremendous talent, as I would say to the rest of our team. What a great crew it is. I didn't forget anybody, guys, right? Did I get the whole crew there? Big thank you to Joe Pequeno for his work all season long, as usual, and out there on the sidelines, the work that he does. And to this guy right here, my broadcast partner, and more than that, proud to call you my friend, Cedric Bonner. All right? God bless you, Ced. God bless our crew, and God bless you. Best football fans out there. Best football fans you can find. Rattler Nation. Thanks for being with us all season long. We look forward to doing it again next year with the Arizona Rattlers. Unfortunately, their season falls short here in the Western Conference Championship game. Final score 52-51. Northern Arizona has defeated the Arizona Rattlers. Well, folks, until next time, we hope that you are well, be well, and we'll see you down the road with the Arizona Rattlers next time. Bye-bye now.